What's going down, guys? Coming back for the last week of the 2024 NFL season. We finally did it. We got to the Super Bowl. We're going to go over the picks. I already put them out on YouTube. I put them out on X. I put them out on Blue Sky. I put them out on anywhere else I could think. I fucking graffiti tagged it in some restroom somewhere to see who can follow. So if you don't mind, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. Next year, guys, just before we get into everything else, I do plan on relaunching a website, so that should help and kind of have more consistent data coming out on a more scheduled timeline. So that's news, but let's get into the Super Bowl. So a couple picks that I have here, and then I'll get one additional bonus pick. So number one, first kickoff to be a touchback. Now I will tell you right off the bat, they have already kind of juiced the hell out of this thing. I've seen some places put it at like minus 280. I've seen other places put it at minus 180. So just shop around, get the best price that you can. But a couple reasons for it to be a touchback. So number one, it's indoors, so there's not like any wind or rain or anything like that. Number two, these teams combined have gone 4-0 with touchbacks in their last two games, as far as the respectively, right? The kickers there, they don't have any issues doing that. And just the rules, the way that this has worked out this year, it kind of benefits the kicking team to just do the touchback. There's really not a whole lot of, incentive to do, like, let them run it out. Because whether they run it out or they don't run it out, you're most likely getting to the 25 or the 30 either way. However, if there's a mistake, if there's an error, there's something in coverage, especially Super Bowl, there's nerves, all that kind of stuff, you don't want to risk them getting a great return or even worse, like a touchdown on the return. So you could definitely see this being a touchback, and it should be a touchback, and I think most of the books are agreeing with me, which is why you're seeing that juice. Secondly here, Kelsey over 63.5 receiving yards. And look around, because I have seen some places post this at 62.5. But really what this is, the Eagles and the Chiefs have both struggled against tight ends this entire playoff series and even a little bit past that. But the Eagles are coming in with some injuries to their linebacking core. Really not a lot of people there that can match up with Kelsey, even though, yes, he's looking a little slower in his age, is kind of catching up with him. But the Eagles, almost the entire year, have given up the middle of the field. That's just the way that their defense plays. Their corners are great. Safeties can cover. They're going to let you have the short little underneath stuff or the middle of the field stuff, and they're going to immediately stop it. And so I do see Kelsey having a pretty good game here, unless there's some wrinkle thrown out there, unless they're going to bracket cover him or double cover him or adjust to something. For Kelsey specifically, I don't see the Chiefs really shying away from using him. And honestly, the exact same thing can be said for the Chiefs defense. Very, very similar, as in they like to give up that middle of the field and just kind of keep everything in front of them. Now, obviously, you're going to have to hope that he catches a handful of passes. His receptions prop right now, the Kelsey's that is at 6.5. So he's expected to get some volume here. So even if it is 7, 8, 9 catches, he should surpass this here in about 5. That being said, again, kind of looking for the same thing with Goddard. A lot of underneath stuff, a lot of middle of the field stuff. I do really think the Chiefs are going to try and key in on Saquon. They don't want to have these big explosive runs like what Washington had. The defensive front has been pretty solid for the Chiefs. You really haven't seen too many big games the entire season against the Chiefs, but especially in the playoffs, they've been cracking down. And like I said, I think the Chiefs are going to be a bend, don't break, again, just like they have the whole year. So a lot of this stuff we kind of know about these teams already. I don't see them changing it up a whole lot. They're going to do what got them here. They're going to try to keep everything in front of them. They're going to kind of allow teams to move between the 20s and then get them to settle for a field goal. So give me Goddard over 53.5 receiving yards. Saquon's longest rush under 25 yards. On that same kind of thought process, keeping everything in front of them is the Chiefs game. That's what they need to do to win. They know that. The Eagles know that. They're going to have to limit explosive plays. If the Eagles can get out to a lead here, even if it's 14 or 17-0, and force the Chiefs into, trying to get explosive plays, that's going to tilt things into the favor of the Eagles. The Chiefs want to play slow. They want to play methodical. They want to be allowed to take that short underneath stuff to Kelsey and, dump offs and things like that and end arounds. They don't want to be trying to hit explosive plays with Xavier Worthy every single play. And if the Eagles are smart, they would try to get out to the lead and try to kind of make them play into their hand. Either way, I think the Chiefs are going to be very, very set and adamant on keeping stuff short. That's going to be the name of the game for the Chiefs in this defensive play. They're going to try to keep everything in front of them, going into zone, going into too high coverage, kind of keeping their eyes in the backfield, not letting Saquon or A.J. Brown blow this game open with big explosive plays. So on that note, Saquon's longest rush to be under 25 yards, and this one has already come down in some places to 24. That is one of my favorite picks for the week. The Chiefs know who they have to focus on, and that's going to be enemy number one. The way that I see this game going is pretty much what I've been saying this whole time. The Chiefs are going to be okay dinking and dunking and taking these small little methodical, passes and runs and working their way down into the red zone, hopefully, converting to the end zone. I think that's going to be their biggest issue, is converting once they get there. Whereas the Eagles, yes, they can play explosive. Yes, they've been doing that in the past or just leading up to this game. But I do think the Chiefs are in a position to be able to stop them and can kind of out-game plan them. So it's really going to come down to who can get the lead first. And in this case, I'm going to take Mahomes. I'm going to take Andy Reid to come out with a good game plan to keep right on time, right on track, where they got to be, what they got to do, and just keep the Eagles pushing, push the Eagles into a mistake, push Jalen Hurts into throwing a bad ball, not converting the third down, whatever that is, and giving the Chiefs that victory. And if the Chiefs win this Super Bowl, the MVP is going to be Mahomes. I mean, yeah, you can bet whatever you want at plus 2,000 to 1 or whatever, but at the end of the day, the most likely MVP is the quarterback. It would take almost an act of God for somebody else besides Mahomes. There would have to be somebody have a gigantic day to take it away from Mahomes. And even if it's a receiver or a tight end, even if Kelsey has a big day, they're going to still give the credit to Mahomes for throwing the ball. So it would have to be like Kareem Hunt or Pacheco or like Chris Jones, somebody else, and I just don't see that happening. So Mahomes for MVP. It is also another way to just bet the money line without having to take the minus 115 or whatever it is, or the minus 1.5 if you're playing, the spread. So give me Mahomes MVP. As far as like bonus picks here that I didn't put anywhere else. So number one, I like the teaser. I actually like the Eagles teased up. So if you tease the dog up and then you take the under, that play is 3-1 over the last 4 years. Teasing the dog specifically is 4-0 over the last 4 years. So I like that look. I also like last team to score wins the game. Now that is a little harder to find. I haven't seen it too many places, and where it is, it's usually juiced to like minus 190, minus 180. So it's not going to be a cheaper bet, but that has actually hit 18 years in a row. So give me last team to score wins the game, and those are your extra picks here, guys. So thank you for sticking with this year. Thank you for the support, the comments, everything that you guys do. I really appreciate that. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of great stuff. I will see you guys soon. I will be making videos through the off season for the draft and things like that. So this is not goodbye forever until next year. We should be having another video here in just a couple weeks, and I will keep you guys updated on the new stuff coming out here for the channel. So thank you again. Y'all have a great day, great Super Bowl. Have fun, drink a lot, bet a lot. Y'all have a great time.